Hi guys, this is Thunder E from Booredatwork.com and welcome to our lightning review of the Lenovo T431s. The 431s actually is an older ultrabook. It was announced last year, came out end of the year, beginning of this year, and it's a pretty cool ultrabook actually from Lenovo. This is part of the T series. Now, retail starts at $961, I believe. 967 from Lenovo's website. They're having a deal right now, and I'll tell you some other features about this. It's got this, of course, glossy finish here, so you can see it's a nice fingerprint magnet. You do have the ThinkPad logo here that also has the LED that lights up when it's actually on. On the sides, let's go through some of the ports here. We do have the quick charge port, which is great, and I think every laptop needs to have that. A full Ethernet port, VGA, you have a SD card slot here, USB, headphone, and as well as mic jack, and then this is a smart card reader port here. At the back, you do have a port here, which actually for micro SIM, so you can actually put a micro SD card in here, so micro SIM card here, and actually use the wireless capabilities. You have a dock below for to use this as a docking station from Lenovo, and on the right hand side you have some more vents. You do have a display port and an always on USB port, which means even if this is off or closed, it will still charge your device. One of the cool things I like about this this ultrabook is, even though it weighs 3.6 pounds in full weight, it actually doesn't feel that heavy. It's very comfortable actually to use. It's got this lip here to open up, so it allows you to easily open up your device and reveal your keyboard as well as your device overall. Now, this has a full traditional ThinkPad style keyboard, of course, with the track button here in the center. You have a power button on the right. You have a fingerprint reader if you want to use that, and you have this nice glass touchpad here, if you will. Now, it's got a it's also got a front-facing camera, and the display actually goes all the way flat, which is something Lenovo has done with their latest lines of laptops. Now, one thing to note, the T431 is not a touchscreen device, so you can see I cannot manipulate Windows via touch. I would have to use the keyboard on here. Now, specs of course range all the way up to a Core i7. This only houses a Ivy Bridge processor, but you can get up to I believe 8 gigs of RAM on here. You can also, sorry, I made a mistake. You can get up to 12 gigs of RAM on this system. You can get an SSD up to 256, as well as or a hard drive in there. Now, I suggest you go with the SSD because with this build I've used here, using just a traditional hard drive, it was much slower to open up applications and run things like editing software on there. But it still will work fine with you. I would just suggest maybe you bump to a higher processor or RAM. But if you're going to just get the system, get an SSD in here. Now, the main thing I really like about the T431s is the battery life. Lenovo claims 9 hours of battery life on this bad boy, and yes, it definitely meets that. I took a road trip to New York and I used this this ultrabook. I was able to watch about 4 TV shows, edit video, and I still had about 2 hours left of that, and which was about a 4-hour drive. Taking a bus to New York, it's about 4 hours from Boston, and plus watching video on there and still editing video on there. I thought by that time, you know, this would be all drained, but I still had about 2 hours left on this, which is very, very good. And the battery life on this is incredible. It stands up to what they actually claim. Usually most companies tell you a certain number, you don't get that. Now, the one thing I'll let you know is that whenever you go to the Windows icon for a battery and you actually click on that, it tells you how much time you have left, but it's not correct. Just go by the percentages more than anything else, which is actually a better representation overall. The keyboard works very well. I like it. You've got also a backlit keyboard, which you can activate by function and spacebar, and you can cycle that, if you guys can see there, between different levels. The trackpad is very nice. You do have Windows controls with the trackpad, so if I were to tilt this up, I can take away the chime, bring that back up. I can go ahead and use the different Windows functionalities. on and off just using the trackpad. So that's something nice to note with this ultrabook. It's priced right. It feels more like a laptop than an ultrabook. It weighs about 3.6 pounds, but it really is a workhorse. If you're looking for something, and especially with school coming back in season, something that's reliable, it's durable. It's also very durable because the ThinkPad line is that you can do a lot of work with, and also has great battery life. I definitely will recommend the T431s. It's not the sexiest looking device. It's not one that will give you that oohs and ahs, but it's one that is comfortable, portable, does have capabilities for 4G LTE connectivity here, and it comes with a lot of power and also just solid performance. I definitely will recommend the Lenovo T431s. The one thing I'll suggest, definitely get the option with the SSD. You will notice much better performance with it that way. But overall, I really like it, and I love to see what Lenovo does in the future with this line, with the T line, especially from the 431s. Great ultrabook, solid performance, great work. I can't say anything else, bad about it. It's solid, good, so definitely recommend it. So if you guys have any questions or any comments, let us know. Don't forget to subscribe to all our pages on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. So Booredatwork with 2 O's. So this is Thunder E saying thank you, and always enjoy entertainment.